It's now time to take a look at some of the digital media content available on Arirang's website and other social media platforms.
And today we have another episode of Unnie News where our Seo Eun-kyung takes a closer look at the history behind the establishment of the Korean Provisional Government.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Unnie News. This is a very meaningful week for Korea's history because it marks the 100th anniversary since the Korea's provisional government was established. Is this new to you or hard to understand? Let's start our journey back to a century ago in Korea. Nine years after Japan colonized Korea in 1910, nationwide demonstrations broke out in protest of Japanese rule on March 1, 1919. That historic event made people realize that the independence movement needed to be more systematic and organized. So, Korean independence activists gathered and established the provisional government in Shanghai. You might wonder, why Shanghai, not Korea? Shanghai was governed by France at the time and one of the few cities in China that are widely open to foreign residents and trade. Here, Korea was able to promote its independence movement away from the watchful eyes of Japan and spread its message out to the world. The provisional government did a lot of good work, so hear me out. First, it created the Provisional Assembly. The representatives of that body enacted the Provisional Constitution, guaranteeing sovereignty, freedom, and equality to the Korean people for the first time in the country's history. Considering that Korea was a monarchy, it was a revolutionary change. Second, the government continuously carried out armed struggles to end the Japanese colonial rule. Countless patriots sacrificed their lives in the process, and a hero finally emerged and marked a turning point in Korea's independence movement, Yoon Bong-gil. I'll give you two keywords, so try to guess how you made it to the front pages of history. A park and a lunchbox. Park? A lunchbox? Was it simply trying to enjoy a quiet meal? Nope, nothing of the kind. He bravely set out to sacrifice himself for his country. On the fateful day at the park, celebrations were taking place to mark Japanese Emperor Hirohito's birthday. He was holding a lunchbox, and there was a bomb inside. Right when the Japanese national anthem was ending, the bomb ripped through the festivity as if the vengeful spirits of Korean martyrs were unleashing their anger. The entire world's attention fell on this young 25-year-old Korean man. From the New York Times to La Lanterne, France's daily newspaper, the international press reported on the proclamation of the Provisional Constitution and covered the story of Korea's persistent efforts to engage the international community. And finally, the efforts were paid off. Following its long struggle, Korea won its independence on August 15, 1945. It is easy to take sovereignties for granted, but we should remind ourselves all the sacrifice they made for the benefit of freedom we enjoy today. That's all for today, and we have another Unnie coming in Thursday, so don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye!